alt win cons in the whole format, the Coalition Victory. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. And this week, we are heading to Modern to play the winning card on last week's Against the Odds poll, Coalition Victory. And this was actually a pretty challenging deck to build, not because the deck is bad, but because it might actually be too good. But I think it is the best way to win with Coalition Victory in the Modern format. So let's talk about the deck, what we're trying to do, jump into some games, see if we can get the Coalition Victory in Modern. So Coalition Victory, 8 mana sorcery. You win the game when it resolves if you have a land of each basic land type and a creature of each color. So my first attempt at Coalition Victory was incredibly bad. I went 0-10, I think, with the deck and didn't even come close to pulling it off. It was like a Tron deck trying to play Chromatic Ori to cast Coalition Victory, and it was just an absolute mess. Then I went to my fallback plan. I really think the best way to win with Coalition Victory is kind of right in front of our eyes. The problem is it's actually like kind of a pretty decent deck with a lot of decent cards in it. So I think the best way to win with Coalition Victory is Niv Mizzet Reborn. Niv Mizzet Reborn is the perfect card to win with Coalition Victory. It's a 5-color creature. It's a powerful 5-color creature. It generates a bunch of card advantage, which in a weird way can help us find Coalition Victory. We get Bring to Light to help find our Niv Mizzet Reborn. So what we're actually trying to do with this deck is, first off, we just assume that the mana is going to work out because we're playing a 5-color deck anyway. We got a bunch of fetch lands and triomes and shock lands. So by the time we get enough mana to actually cast Coalition Victory, we should have every basic land type just naturally on the battlefield. So we don't even really got to worry about that. There's kind of no cost there. If we do need to worry about it, we got Nylea's Presence, which just turns a land into all basic land types. So that's our cheat code, but usually we just naturally get all the basic land types with our shock lands and our triomes, with our fetch lands finding them. And then the plan of the deck is that we cast a Niv Mizzet Reborn, or maybe tutor it up with Bring to Light. Niv Mizzet Reborn finds us Glittering Wish. Unfortunately, since Coalition Victory is 5 colors, Niv can't find it directly, but it can find Glittering Wish. And then Glittering Wish, you probably noticed, there's only 3 copies of Coalition Victory in our main deck. The 4th one's in our sideboard, so we can snag it with Glittering Wish. And then we cast it. We got Niv on the battlefield to win the game. We also have Galvanic Iteration, so we can double up our Glittering Wish because we want to back up in case something goes wrong with Niv. So if we can double up our Glittering Wish, we can get the Coalition Victory from our sideboard, and also the cheapest 5-color creature in all of Magic, Transguild Courier, a 4-mana generic mana 5-color creature, technically colorless, but really it's all the colors because its text says it's all the colors. So that means if our opponent happens to blow us out by killing our Niv or something, we'll still have another 5-color creature that we can use to win with Coalition Victory. So that's the plan of the deck. Niv to find Glittering Wish, maybe copy the Glittering Wish. Glittering Wish can find a Coalition Victory. We cast it, we win the game on the spot. The part that made me a little nervous about this deck is the deck actually has like kind of a lot of good cards. Like if you're playing a Niv deck, you need a bunch of 2-color cards to make Niv good. We can't just play Glittering Wish. And some of the cards that work best with Niv also work really well with Coalition Victory, but they're also just like kind of modern staples. And usually I try to avoid playing modern staples in Against Odds decks. But in this case, I figured Coalition Victory is such a notoriously hard win con to pull off. It would probably be fine. And it felt a little weird to be like, okay, Ren is perfect for what this deck's trying to do, but we're going to take it out of the deck just because it's too good. That felt very weird building the deck. So Ren in 6, we can get it with Niv. Plus, it's essential for Coalition Victory because it lets us keep getting fetch lands back from our graveyard. So that makes sure that we have a fetch land every turn, which in turn makes sure that we have all 5 basic land types by the time we cast Coalition Victory, so we can win the game with it. Plus, it lets us hit our land drop so we can actually cast Coalition Victory. And then the other one that's a little bit like that is Teferi Time Raveler, another great 2-color card with Niv. With Coalition Victory, here's the nightmare. The nightmare is you spend 8 mana, you cast your Coalition Victory, and either your opponent is like Spell Pierce, counter it for 1 mana, or whatever, counter a spell, counter it for 2 mana. That's a nightmare. The other nightmare is your opponent's like, oh, okay, Coalition Victory on this deck, kill your Niv Mizzet Reborn. Then your Coalition Victory, it resolves, but you don't actually win the game because you don't have a creature that's 5 colors. Maybe we have our Transguild Courier that helps get around that. But Teferi is the perfect protection for Coalition Victory. We find it with our Niv. If you notice, Niv is 5 mana, Coalition Victory is 8 mana. That means we usually have a turn or two of setup after Niv but before Coalition Victory, which lets us get down the Teferi to make sure we don't get blown out instant speed by Coalition Victory, but I'm honestly curious what y'all think about this. Should we not play cards like Ren and Teferi in against odds decks, even if they're really perfect for the deck just because they're really good cards? Or if they're perfect for the deck, we should play it because our goal is to win Coalition Victory, and if Ren and Teferi help us get there and are important to our plan, we should just play them even though they're kind of modern staples. So that is the plan of the deck. Anyway, let's see if it's possible to pull off one of the hardest win cons in all of Modern, the Coalition Victory. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit for the wrap up. Looking to pick up some sweet Double Masters 2022 reprints while prices are cheap? Well, you can snag them all from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, by heading over to cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Against the odds time, we're trying to see if we can win with Coalition Victory in Modern with the help of Niv and Glittering Wish. This hand's fine, I guess. We got the Bring to Light to find the Niv. We got some removal, so we shouldn't be dead anytime soon. Seems reasonable. Inspiring Vantage. Lightning Helix is gonna be good. About it, Goblin Guide gets in, hits us. Top card. Fetch land. Down to 18. Well, let's just play the Mountain this turn, so we can Lightning Helix the Goblin Guide after attacks in case we get a free land. Monastery Schwiftspeer. Lightning Bolt. All right. Well, I think we're going to just end up killing both things. We dropped to 15 for the moment. Opponent gets in, it says top card, Nylea's Presence. Well, okay, that's fine. Nylea's Presence it's okay. It's okay. It does give us all land types. Well, we're definitely helixing the Goblin Guide. And then I think we just put Nylea's Presence on a fetch land. And now we don't have to crack it and lose life, which is kind of nice. All right, opponent smacks us a bit and passes. Flooded Strand. Nylea's Presence on the fetch land. Draw a card. And Prismatic ending the Swift Spear. Okay. I mean, next step is Bring to Light for Niv, which is 2 turns away. We have all the land types. Niv is a 5-color creature. About it. Passes. Omnath would also be really good in this matchup. Ooh, Ren. Okay. Well, we'll play the Ren. Play the fetch land. Crack the fetch land. Triome. Get back the land. Pass the turn. Oh, I don't want to get Omnath, but the life gain would be really helpful. We'll see what our opponent, we'll see how low on life we are when we untap. Boros Charm down to 11. Lightning Bolt down to 8. Ugh. Well, we might have to get Omnath whether we want to or not, just to stay alive. Opponent cracks, draws. Although I guess we don't gain life right away anyway. Goblin Guide. Opponent gets it, hits us. Top card is Niv. Okay. Are we already dead? Opponent hits us down to 6. Well, we untap. Windswept Heath, crack it for a forest. Down to 5. But opponent has 2 cards in hand, which could easily be lethal burn here. Forest. Green, red, black, blue, black, white. Play the Niv. Hopefully find some cards. Well, we'll see if we're alive. So 5-color creature, land of all types. That puts us like pretty close to winning with Coalition Victory. The question is, do we even get to untap again? Opponent in the tank. What do you got, the Boros Stifle over there, opponent? All right, Lightning Helix is great. I mean, we might as well get back the land, although I think we're just discarding it. We will pass the turn, discard a bunch of cards, and see if we're dead. Discard, and discard. All right, opponent, don't kill us. No killy. Okay, Sunbait Canyon, that doesn't make us immediately dead. I mean, if we get to untap, we can double Lightning Helix just to gain life. Opponent thinking. I mean, the fact that we're not dead yet gives me some hope that maybe they don't have lethal. I mean, the super greedy line is just Bring to Light for Riftbolt suspended. Okay. Well, I think that means we might get to live. Searing Blaze. All right, we're down to 2, but opponent's out of cards. Double Lightning Helix gains a bunch of life. All right, opponent passes. We draw Omnath. Okay, so this might be possible. Blue, red, galvanic iteration. White, red. Helix. Copy it. Helix. So we go back up to 8 for the moment. We get back a land. We play the land. We pass the turn. Staying on defense, don't want to get hit by a haste creature. Opponent taps. So either we draw the coalition victory right now and we win immediately, or we can bring to light for our glittering wish. Glittering wish for, I think we got a shot. We drop to 5. Come on, coalition victory off the top. Coalition victory off the top. Opponent cracks to draw. Trying to find lethal burn spells. Can they find it? That's the question about it. I guess we can also play the Omnath to gain a little bit more life and still, skewer. Wow, runner. Not yet, okay. Green, red, white, Omnath. Draw a card. Oh my god, coalition victory. Coalition victory. Coalition victory. Crack it. Planes. Mana. 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're 1 mana short? We're 1 mana short. We need one more turn. Okay. Get back the land. Is there anything that can gain us life? Okay, I think what we do... Bring to light. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we need one more turn. Bring to light. 5 colors. Kaya's Guile. Gain 4 life. Oh, misclick. Doesn't really matter. We just need the life. Back up to 9. Oh, and a bonus scoops it up. This counts. This has to count. This has to count as a coalition victory. We didn't actually get to see the victory because our opponent conceded, but that was going to be the coalition victory basically 100%. There's not really, I mean, that was what was going to happen. There's no way they're going to kill the Niv. We had it in hand. We were 1 mana short from doing it right away. Oh, that was a good comeback. That was a good comeback. All right, let's do some trimming. Bring in stuff that can gain us life mostly. Stuff that gains us life and cheaper interaction. Well, do we want Abrupt Decay? What can we cut? Oh, Supreme Verdict was supposed to go. All right, run it like that. Well, I mean, we didn't get to see it hit the stack, but that would have been the coalition victory. It does kind of sort of work. Oh, this was a hard against the odds. This was a really hard one. Like one of the hardest ones. The problem with coalition victory, as we saw, is like coalition victory in this deck, I think you have a little legitimate chance of winning with it, but you're playing a lot of good cards, which makes it feel not as against the odds as I would like. On the other hand, we saw the super janky Tron build. That deck was against the odds, but there was just like no chance of winning with coalition victory. The odds were just so tiny that, all right, we draw Triome. We're going to be discarding hand size here, I think. Wooded Foothills, go. Probably just discard Teferi. I don't think we really need it. Discard Teferi. So we can get mana for this Lightning Helix. Opponent, Sacred Foundry, untapped. Eidolon would be a problem. Swift Spear is also pretty good for our opponent. And a Rift Bolt suspended. Well, all right, let's... Actually, I think we just crack it first, right? We know we got to crack this, so we might as well crack it. A lot of times it's worth like holding onto your fetch to see if you can get more value out of the Goblin Guide by looking at the top of your deck. But in this case, we got to crack it. So, all right, opponent gets and hits us. This might be tough. So we're dropping to 14, dropping to 11, 10, 9, back up to 12, back down to 10, down to 14. Opponent passes. Glittering Wish. Well, Steam Vent's untapped, and we gotta use the Helix while we can before this Swift Spear gets pumped. So we go up to 15 for the moment. Pass the turn. Sure. Down to 12. Inspiring Vantage, and gets and hits us. All right, we get a free land. That's something. Does not look like we're gonna be doing much this turn though. Yeah, play Triumph past the turn. All right, no burn. Please no. Wow, no burn. Okay, maybe our opponent's hand's not very good. I mean, there's some chance. Ooh, Lava Spike, okay. Down to 7, down to 5. Opponent gets and hits us. Top card, Nylea's Presence. Down to 5. Well, white, green, glittering wish. I don't think we can wish for anything that's super helpful with just 1 or 2 mana. Yeah, not really. We could get like a veto, but if we gotta shock ourselves to play it, it's not actually doing much. So, in that case, coalition victory. Triumph, go. So I guess we just see if we stay alive somehow. Asking for a lot. Any burn spell kills us here. Any bolt. About it. And they get a redraw. Yeah, a little tougher with our opponent being on the play. If we survive, then Omnith could start gaining us life, which would be sweet, but... Whew, all right. Yeah. So, well, Pona had it. They used it incredibly slowly, but they did get us. All right, run it back. On to game 3. Being on the play should help. That was a bit of a slow draw, and we were on the draw. All right, revealing Arion. I mean, we're gonna keep this. We do need to hit lands, but we actually have the full combo, and Kaya could be pretty good. Windswept Teeth. But I mean, the real question is, do we draw lands? That is, we get a redraw with Nylea's Presence, but that's the question. If we hit our lands to just go up this curve, I think we got a shot. Scalding Tarn, opponent. Gonna play a 1-drop of some kind. Is it Swift Spear? Is it Goblin Guide? We'd prefer the Goblin Guide because we'd like, all right, it's a Swift Spear. Sure, well, crack this. Get the Abzan, I think, Triome. Into the Triome. Opponent gets and hits us. Sure. Down to 18. Passes. Not a land, but we do get a redraw. Nylea's Presence on the island. Draw a card. Okay, it's a painful land, but it is a land. Pass the turn. Okay, so this means we get to play Kaya to deal with the Swift Spear. Opponent, Mountain. Roiling Vortex. Okay. I mean, that damage adds up, and it does prevent life gain, but it also is kind of slow. So we dropped to 16. We're dropping to 14 most likely. 13, really. Godless Shrine, ouch. White, black, whatever. I mean, the damage we're taking here, though, is just making up for killing the Swift Spear, so it's still worth it. So there's the Kaya. Yeah, our Mana Beast is kind of painful. Get rid of the Swift Spear past the turn. Opponent gonna get pinged. Goblin Guide. Swift Spear. Ouch. Jeez. Okay, that is not what we wanted to see. Down to 10. Opponent goes attacking down to 6. And yeah, I think they probably just have us now. Hits us. It's the Kaya. We get a Jetmir's Gardens. We drop to 8, but that's actually less than 8 because we're gonna get pinged and we're gonna have to shock. Yeah, I mean, we're super dead. Omnath, yeah. Opponents definitely set up to take advantage of our painful mana base. Although, it is worth mentioning, we did coalition victory them in game 1. They scooped too early, which, yeah, can't really control that. But that was the coalition victory. Oh god, opponent. Just click OK, friend. Just click OK. Opponent. Beginning of combat stops that for some reason. Untaps gets banged. I mean, we are just like super dead. Just very slowly because our opponent's taking their time. We saw that in game 2 as well with where they had the lethal burn spell, but it took a bit. All right, opponent. Cast your spell. Roiling Vortex. Okay. Well, life is not going to be gained. Opponent goes attacking. Top card. Unholy Heat. We will block a Swift Spear. Opponent will cast a burn spell. No burn spell. I mean, I guess we just lose to the vortexes anyway. All right, so opponent, there's the burn spell, and you did it, Reddit. Well, we got the game 1 coalition victory, which is pretty good, especially against an aggro deck like this, so we'll take it. Against the odds time, we're trying to find out if we can niv our way to a coalition victory in Modern, and we'll keep this. We got the Glittering Wish, so we can find coalition victory. We got a 5-color creature. We have other magic cards. Ooh, 2 nivs. Well, what if I'll go? I mean, we should be able to have all the land types very quickly. Hopefully we can, Triumph, all right. Hopefully we can get down this Wren to start getting even more lands. Opponent cracks. Better not be dashing a Ragavan here. Blood, wow, 5 colors. What is our opponent up to? Explores, sure. So opponents, they're ramping, that's for sure. Get a Triumph. This does mean we should be able to get Niv down, or get Wren down at least. Opponent, Arid Mesa. Cracks it. What is our opponent ramping into? What is happening? Oh, indomitable creativity. Maybe that means we don't get nib down. Yeah, play the land past the turn. I guess we need to probably leave up removal, because if our opponent just fires off creativity here, we got to be able to kill something. Sending a message with the crab, sure. Well, Verdant Catacombs, crack it. Godless Shrine, and let's Helix the crab. Untap. Breeding Pool, tapped. I think we gotta wait one more turn. Next turn's a turn. I mean, I guess we can't really fully stop this anyway, because they have the clue too. So I can get a token here. Blowing up the clue is painful, but we might actually have to blow up a clue token. Oh, all right. They just get a Proving Ground. Sure. All right, Dwarven Mine makes a token. And so we can blow up the token. This isn't good by any stretch. Not good at all, because we don't really have a follow-up here that's going to get us out from under even one big thing. There's the Archon. Well, there goes Niv. Yeah, Archon of Cruelty's that's a good magic card. Very, very strong Magic the Gathering card. We draw land. Well, I mean, I guess we just ran. I don't know if this actually is going to be enough to save us. We can't Glittering Wish for anything that saves us, right? Unholy Heat, 3 card types. Ooh, but this would be, oh, this goes Exile. Yeah, not really. Not this turn, at least. Well, I mean, I guess we ran. But I think we're probably just dead. Get back a land. Play the land past the turn. Yeah, it looks like a turn 4 Archon might be faster than the Coalition victory. Just a little about it. Gonna get in, hit us. I mean, we can attempt to bring to light for an answer to Archon, although not sure it'll actually work. All right, Archon, gonna kill they don't need to attack Ren, right? We gotta sacrifice it anyway, so they can just go face. All right, opponent gets in, hits us. Well, sack the Ren. Discard, I guess Glittering Wish. I mean, opponent's got 6 cards in hand. Yeah, Archon's just so strong. Well, I mean, we get to try to fire off this Bring to Light, hope for a miracle, like it resolving. If that works, then we can kill the Archon and maybe we're in some sort of business. All right, Verdant Catacombs. Crack it. Get a forest. And yeah, I guess we just Bring to Light. Although I don't think, yeah, I don't think this is actually gonna work. All right, Bring to Light, 4. Are we just dead right now? double lightning bolt, maybe? Okay, yeah, that works. Well, yeah, that's gonna be tough. Do we have anything that's good against this? I guess we can bring in the vetoes. Dovin's veto seems fine. That helps at least. But that might be about it, honestly, that is actually relevant. I mean, I guess the Unholy Heat could potentially kill something. Go down. What? Maybe a Prismatic Ending. Prismatic Ending, Lightning Helix, and Omnath? Try it like that. Gotta be able to stop the creativity, I guess. That's the big one. All right, we get to play first. Reveliarion. Well, no lands isn't gonna do it. All right, we can keep this. The veto is good at least. We'll put the island at the bottom. So the veto can at least stop the first creativity, which is pretty good. Omnath is a good card, although we're nowhere near comboing off. About it. Bloodstained Mire and passes. Yeah, Steam Vents. Go. Opponent. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Well, we will see. Teferi doesn't do a ton here. Arid Mesa. I mean, Teferi is helpful for protecting our combo, but we're so far away from Coalition victory at the moment. It's not especially close. Arid Mesa, 4. Steam Vents. And all right, opponent plays a Ren, sure. So opponent's gonna start getting their lands back. Yup. Well, Bring to Light could be good eventually. Flooded Stand, crack it. So we got white, green, black, blue, red. So we have all of our colors already, which is sweet. We need something that has green in it. Yeah, let's get Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool's fine. Grab Breeding Pool, run out to Fairy. And take it up. So that stops our opponent from messing with our stuff at instant speed, which is good. Could use some lands. Like, if we can get to Bring to Light, we can get to Niv. If we get to Niv, we can Glittering Wish for Coalition victory. And then who knows? Opponent gets back a land, discards a hand size. Not super productive. Well, that is a land. Take up to Fairy. I don't think we can die this turn, right? They don't have anything to creativity. So Wood of Hills, crack Wood of Hills. Overgrown Tomb. Green, blue, red, white. Get down, Omnath. Draw a card. Another Bring to Light. Whew. Okay. I mean, if we can find one more land, these Bring to Light should be pretty awesome. And we can even cast them at instant speed, which is kind of huge. All right, Cycles, the Proving Ground. Sure. I mean, Teferi is kind of doing work here, just keeping our opponent from being able to make tokens at instant speed or whatever. Well, okay. This is a way they could get an Archon. Yeah, it looks like they got it. All right, so here comes Archon. Well, we will sack the Omnath. Discard a Bring to Light. I mean, worst case, Teferi can bounce the Archon, so we're still not dead. I mean, our perfect world is Teferi bounce Archon, Bring to Light for Niv, and then hopefully get our combo set up. That's what we would like to do. At some point, we can Abrupt Decay the Wrenn, get it out of here. All right, gets back to Proving Ground. Opponent trying to get the card advantage going. All right, opponent does pass. Discards to hand size again. It's the second time they've got a land back, only to discard hand size. Well, we will bounce the Archon. There's the land. Verdant Catacombs, crack Verdant Catacombs. Godless Shrine. Down to 8. White, green, blue, red, black. Bring to Light. For Niv. Niv hopefully hits us Glittering Wish at least. All right, no Glittering. Wow. We get a ton of good cards, but none of them are Glittering Wish. Discard a Wrenn. All right, well, we'll see. That's a lot of action. This is going to be an interesting game. Both players are full up on cards. Opponent's got 9 cards in hand. We're discarding hand size now. We need 2 mana. 2 mana in a Coalition victory. That's what we're missing is a Coalition victory. So I guess if we have to, we can Bring to Light. If we get enough mana, we can Bring to Light for Glittering Wish. As Teferi is saving us at the moment. Opponent, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Better than all. Wow, Brainstorms. I was thinking they might bounce the Niv. Can they kill the Niv? Probably not. They don't have Unholy Heat cards. I mean, we got some life gain in hand too, which is sweet. we have spent a lot of life on our mana. Passes, discards. We draw an island. Well, take up to Fairy. So we need Veto up. We need to Helix 1, 2. Helix Jace. Go to combat. Kill the Wrenn. Play the island, pass the turn. Oh, close. We dealt with both the Planeswalkers. So this is gonna be a game that we win with Niv. Winning with Niv is not, I mean, we want to win with Niv being our 5-color creature, but we don't really want to win by beating down with Niv. That's a dirty, boring win. Opponent, Dwarven token. I mean, if they go for it, that's fine. We have multiple answers to a creativity here, which is probably just the Dovin's veto. All right, creativity. Well, white, blue. Veto that. None of that. None of that Arconing. And opponent scoops it up. Okay, so we didn't even get to the cool part, but well, we'll take it. Run it back. Oh, I guess we can beat it somehow. On to game number 3. Can we get the Coalition victory? I mean, last game we got our opponent scoops victory. I guess that would be a Niv win. This deck's a weird one for me. Like, it feels weird to have like Wrenn and Teferi in an against the odds deck. At the same time, like, our goal is to win with Coalition victory, and I feel like if that's the goal, this is the best way to do it. But I don't know how to feel about it. This hand doesn't seem like it stops our opponent from getting an early Archon. I think we got a mulligan. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Into the 0 lander. Well, this hand definitely does not do anything. So going down to 5. All right. Well, we got a veto. Bottom, I guess. I mean, I guess our plan is to hopefully use the Wrenn to dig out from the mulligan. Maybe veto the Maybe veto the creativity. That's our hope, at least. There's a Glittering Wish. I mean, that's long term. That's one of our most important cards, honestly. Like, that's our most guaranteed way to find a coalition victory. Although short term, it doesn't do a ton. Arid Mesa, as well. Wooded Foothills, Crack Wooded Foothills, Temple Garden. Please no counter spells. We really need this Ren to fix our mana. Ren. All right, get back a land. Well, that's good. This Ren is really going to help since we had to mulligan to 5. Just making sure we can hit our land drop is massive here. That's going to give us a chance. We got a chance. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, I do think if the goal is to win with coalition victory, I think this is our most likely chance. On the other hand, we do have a lot of just like good cards in the deck. And the worry is kind of like a commander deck almost, where you build like janky Atraxa or something, and then you end up winning with the Atraxa instead of the jank. Like that is a concern. But is it better to play like a deck that's less likely to be able to win with coalition victory, so you can play worse cards and avoid things like Ren or Teferi or whatever? I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is. Opponent, are we killing the Ren? We are. Not super easily, but our opponent did do it. Well, that's awkward. Assassin's Trophy. So what we want to do here is probably play the Teferi, but it could go very wrong. The problem is if we do nothing, yeah, I mean, I guess we pass. The problem is doing nothing is pretty bad for us because we're not even hitting our land drops anymore. We really wanted that Ren. The Ren would have made our lives so much better. But just tapping out's super risky because our opponent can theoretically just win the game. Opponent, Dwarven Mine. And are they just going for it? Jace. We can't let that resolve, so we're going to veto the Jace. Wow, Veil of Summer. That is a blowout. Well, now life is very bad. Opponent gonna brainstorm with Jace. Oh, yeah, that is the disaster. I mean, we can kill the Jace, but then now we're just like, oh, well, we were on the Mold of 5. We were on the Mold of 5, which isn't ideal. 5 cards is not a lot to start with. Oh, crack the Wooded Foothills. Get something with black mana. Oh, yeah. Veil of Summer's a good card. Not a land. I mean, Ren can get back a land. 1, 2. Ren. Get back a land. Play the land. Do we gotta kill the Jace? Our opponent untapping with the Jace feels so bad for us. But if we do that, then our opponent is free to creativity. Although I mean, probably creativity either way. All right, yeah, I think we got to try to kill it. I guess we can get a forest here. Yeah, get a forest. Kill the Jace. Assassinate the Jace. And hope that our opponent doesn't win the game. Please, no creativities about it. No creativities. Well, let's see what you got. Scalding Tarn. Yeah, they got it. All right, so this is double Archon, and that is double death. Dwarven Mine. Do you not have it? Oh, you're going to get in the damage first and then do it? That makes sense. Opponent hits us. There's no way they crack to get the token if they can't creativity here, I don't think. That's just malpractice. Yeah, all right. Opponent, creativity, double Archon, and death. Not that time. We're going to get it, though. We're going to get it. Against the odds time, we are trying to get the coalition victory. Ooh, Glittering Wish. Okay, that's step 1. Glittering Wish can get a coalition victory. So, all right, we need mana, which Ren gets us. We need a 5-color creature, which Bring to Light gets us. All right. We need ramp, which Omnath gives us. I think this hand might be able to do it. It might be able to do it. Opponent going to 5, probably Troning. And let's Windswept Heath, go. I guess we do need another color of mana if we're gonna get this Ren down to get back our fetch lands. Opponents, no covered plains, and oh, humans. All right. So we need Katira Triumph. So we're actually gonna have all 5 colors of basic lands on turn 2. Domain. Teferi. Well, play this untap past the turn. I wish we could Glittering Wish for a land. That would make our life so much easier. Esper Sentinel. And Marsh Flats. And cracks it. Unearth's Champion of the Parish. Okay. Let's draw a land. Prismatic Ending. Well, we will put an end to the Champion of Parish. Pay the 1 for the Sentinel. All right, so we're not doing anything until we draw a land. Well, we have completed one of our goals. 5 basic land types. That's step 1. Urza Saga. And, oh boy, Adelaine. Okay, life is suddenly very bad. We might be dead. All right, do we draw land? No. Yeah, all right. Sure. Well, you got us. I guess one of the downsides of this 5-color mana base is, well, I mean, the real problem is we just didn't draw lands. That's the big problem. The problem was not so much, we can bring in Unholy Heap. The problem was not so much that we didn't have the right colors, we just didn't have the mana, period. We get to play first. All right, well, we can bring the light for things if we survive. We should be able to get all of our colors with Triobes. We have the Galvanic iteration to double our Glittering Wish. Well, Misty Rainforest, crack it. I think we just get a forest. Get a forest, Utopia Sprawl. Doesn't really matter. Let's go blue. All right, well, we're getting close. We're getting close. Concealed Courtyard for our opponent. Underworld. What is our opponent's deck doing? Well, there's a Niv. Okay, so we're a mana away from Niving and Bring to Lighting, which should find, we're actually kind of close to the Coalition victory. Opponent discards a land, I'm so confused. I am so confused. Asmore humans. Wow, interesting. I've never seen Asmore humans before. Opponent, Asmore, Animortar, Car, Opponent, Underworld Cookbook, number 2. And there's a Saga. Well, we are gonna have to find stuff relatively quickly here, or we might just get run over. So we have green, blue, probably want something with white and black. Inditha Triome. Another Utopia Sprawl, so play this on red. Polluted Delta. All right, so next turn we get to do something. Opponent. We can play the Niv, although it probably gets sniped by Asmore. Opponent taking up there's a Saga. We can also bring to light for something. Although I don't know if we can bring to light for anything that's just better than a Niv. We do need a 5-color creature if we're gonna actually win. All right, crack Polluted Delta. Red, blue, green, white, black. Oh my God, this mana. All right, Triome. Do we have all the land types? I guess we're still missing red. We should have got this mana. Okay. Now it is, okay, so there's all of our land types. Yeah, let's just Niv, whatever. We're at 14. If they kill it, they kill it. Niv Mizzet Reborn. Hopefully gets us some goodies. Yeah, opponent kills it. Sure. Okay, Glittering Wish, Ren, Lightning Helix. Okay, those are fine. So we can, we got to deal with this construct. So we might have to Wrath next turn, honestly. We might have to Wrath just to stay alive, because we're going to take a huge hit here. We're not far away from comboing, though. We need another land. All right, yeah, there's a Saga, big constructs, tutors up, Cookbook, Shadow Sphere. All right, yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna have to Wrath. Opponent cracks. So I guess we bring to light for Supreme Verdict just to stay alive. Yeah, we're dropping to 6. This is a huge attack. Sure. We drop to 6. Opponent passes. Well, okay. Bring to light, get the Wrath. Wish we were hitting land. I mean, if we can stabilize enough to not be dead, then the Ren can get us back lands. So we're gonna Supreme Verdict. Wrath the board. Not die. Pass the turn. Can we... Oh boy, we're so close. We need like 2 or 3 turns, but we also need to not be super pressured. Ren can get us a land. 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana. Galvanic Iteration, double the Glittering Wish. Get the combo. Esper Sentinel, sure. Equips the Sentinel. Opponent passes. All right, there's a land. That's good. So play the land. 1, 2. Nylea's Presence. Draw a card. Actually, should we put on the Triome? Yeah, let's put it. Okay. 1, 2. Nylea's Presence. Draw a card. We're not going to pay the 1, unfortunately. Opponent gets to draw a card. And then, okay, there's a land. Yeah, then let's Helix the Sentinel. Go back up to 9. Pass the turn. All right, we need 5-color creature. We need 5-color creature and Coalition Victory. Opponent gonna make a bunch of food. It would be nice if we had enough mana to do it all in one turn, but that seems unlikely. How much mana do we have? We could bring the light for Niv to get the 5-color creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, how do we not die? Is there anything we can get from our sideboard? Calling Ritual would be kind of insane. It does wrath all of our Utopia Sprawls, but that would clean up everything. White? Oh, but then we're wasting our Glittering Wish. I mean, I guess we can just play the Planeswalkers and survive another turn. I mean, I guess that's fine. All right, play Teferi. Opponent gets to draw a card. Bounce Esper Sentinel. Ugh, ouch. Play Ren. Pink Thalia's Lieutenant. Pass the turn. We have let our opponent draw a lot of cards, that's for sure. About it. Daredevil. Untapped. Man, that Culling Ritual is looking kind of appealing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. If we could get to the point where we could triple Glittering Wish, that would be sweet. About so many. Oh, that's when we bounced. Okay, Esper Sentinel. 4-mana human? Hoorah. Oh no, not our Glittering Wish. No. Opponent. All right, they missed the Glittering Wish. This does make a big Turok though. Opponent passes. We draw Wooded Foothills. We'll take up to Fairy. Tick down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have the colors for this? So we need red, blue for this. Green, white. All right, Galvanic Iteration. Opponent draws a card. This is gonna be interesting. So copy our next spell. Our next spell will be Glittering Wish. Double it up. Calling Ritual. Get Transguild Courier? Actually, let's get the Coalition Victory. Get the Coalition Victory. Land, untapped, green, black, Calling Ritual. Make it infinite mana. 13 mana that does literally nothing. All right, well, sure, your go. Opponent. Well, we cleaned up the board, which is good. We have our land types, which is good. We don't have the 5-color creature, and we had to spend our tutor. So we don't have a Glittering Wish. And we're at 5, which is not a high life total. Adeline, okay. That's potentially deadly. We've let our opponent draw a ton of cards. Way more cards than we wanted to let our opponent draw here. Opponent passes. Utopia Sprawl. Well, tick up to Fairy. Utopia Sprawl on whatever. Wooded Foothills. Go. I mean, we're most likely just dead here. About it. Draws a card. I mean, all they need is creatures, right? To pump the power of Adeline. Right now it's 2. They need 2 creatures. And even if they don't draw it, like, oh, we don't have the creature. We don't have the 5-color creature. Our plan almost worked. About it. Are we dead? Runs out the Daredevil. Grows Adeline. Urza's Saga. That's a good one. Yeah, I think the fact that we let our opponent draw so many cards is going to come back to haunt us. Opponent hits us. They probably should hit the Teferi a little. Yeah. Hits the Teferi, so now we get to draw a card, and I don't even know. I guess we got to top deck a Niv? Either Vial. Yeah, I think we just have to top deck Niv to have any shot. Omnath. Okay, that's also kind of busted. 1, 2, does that save us? 1, 2, 3, 4. Omnath. Draw a card. Play the Plains. Oh, if only Omnath was a black creature. Pass the turn. I think this lets us survive a turn, right? Because we can gain life again during our opponent's turn. Taking up the Saga. Sure. Portable Hole. Gonna hit our Utopia Sprawl. Yep. Omnath would be better in our deck if it was 5 colors, honestly. That would actually be an improvement with what we're trying to do. About it, combat, attacks. I think we have to, oh, I guess we don't have to block. I was gonna say we had to block Adeline, but if our opponent's not gonna attack with it, we'll block a token, stay alive for now, just barely, and Ether Vial. Well, crack the Wooded Foothills. Triumph, life, come on deck. Oh, Niv. Okay, 1, 2. This might. Are we gonna do it? Is this gonna lead to us winning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opponent's out of cards. I think we got a shot. Green, red, white, black, blue. Niv. That's a 5-color creature. Coalition victory in hand. Okay, we just have to survive the turn, and I think we can, because we can kill the Adeline, and then we just coalition victory for the victory? Okay, pass the turn. A land to gain life would have been helpful, but that's fine. That's fine. Opponent gets my constructs. Sure. I think we just have to survive with Niv on the battlefield, and we actually get the coalition victory. Opponent. This was looking grim. We were so far behind. Opponent untaps. Is it happening? Is our plan coming to fruition? About it. Takes up the vial. I mean, I guess we just do this now, just to make sure. Okay. Well, that's what we got, opponent. Kill us if you can, or kill our Niv. The worst would be if they drew instant speed removal. And we cast coalition victory and they kill the Niv with it on the stack. That would be so depressing. About it grows the dorks. About it. It wasn't easy, but we are playing coalition victory, so I guess it makes sense that it would not be easy. It is a tricky whip god. Ranger Captain gets a 1-drop. Oh no, that's gonna do it for him. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. That is exactly the draw they needed, because now they can sack Ranger Captain, so our opponent top decked us. Oh my goodness, I thought we had it, but we do not. We definitely do not have it. That is brutal. Wow, okay. Just kidding. That's not brutal. Our opponent didn't sack it. I don't know why, but they did not sack it. We will cast coalition victory. Oh, we got there. Okay. Thank you, opponent. I thought that Ranger Captain was getting us for sure. Well, run it back. Yarion revealed. I don't know if we'll ever actually play Yarion. We need to be 80 cards to have enough room for everything, but I don't know if I actually want to play it. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can get red mana. Lightning Helix is good. We got the Bring to Light to find the Niv, to find the Glittering Wish, to find... All right, Windswept Thief go. To find the Glittering Wish, to find the coalition victory, to win the game. We got the process. We got all the steps laid out in front of us. Opponent. Either Vial. Vials in Asmore, sneaky. Either Vial and 0 for Asmore is kind of sweet. I like what our opponent's doing with this deck. I've never really seen white-black humans like this. Yeah, let's get a Stomping Grounds and just kill this champion. Take some damage, but we're saving damage along the way, so I think it's worth it. So, yeah, get rid of champion. Opponent gets to get the cookbook. Well, play the plains. Yeah, Helix of Asmore. Pass the turn. Back up to 20. Opponent taking up the Vial. I mean, next turn we can play Teferi to... Oh, Urza Saga. We can play Teferi to draw a card. I mean, it's probably worth it. What if Hills, Breeding Pool, untapped, Teferi. Bounce Urza Saga. Pass the turn. Okay. We're getting there. We're making strides. Opponent. Urza Saga returns. It's kind of cute that Teferi can deal with it. More cookbooks. There's the Glittering Wish. Well, take up Teferi. Triome. Do we want to get Yarion? I guess. It's not really doing anything, but sure. Go, Dirty Companion player. Opponent. Wow, nothing to violin. Well, we're going to have to deal with this saga and the tokens it makes, but in theory, this could work. Opponent passes. Take up Teferi. Play a land. Pass the turn. We would like to find the Galvanic iteration before we Glittering Wish. The question's going to be, can our opponent kill the Niv? Opponent. We can bring the light to instant speed. We have all the land types, right? Green, red, blue, black, white. So we got the land types. We need the creature and... Oh, we could go for the Culling Ritual again. Culling Ritual's dirty against our opponent's deck. Pith. Oh, are they going to name our Flooded Strand? That would be bad. Name's Teferi. All right, that's fine. Opponent, combat. Hits us. Well, we're going to crack the Flooded Strand. Grab an island. Bring to light. When we played Coalition Victory like 6 years ago, Glittering Wish was a big card people called out. Like, you really should have been playing Glittering Wish. So it's cool that we actually get to try it a million years later. Yeah, we'll just get Niv. See what we hit. Cast the Niv. Hopefully draw some cards. Oh, another Glittering Wish. That works. Yeah, let's block. Yep, opponent discards. Now what? We still need 2 turns to actually win, at least. And our opponent has big constructs. Godless Shrine tapped. Let's see what we draw. No, oh, another Glittering Wish. Okay, that makes it easy. White, green. So now we can Glittering Wish, get Calling Ritual. Play the land, Calling Ritual. Still nothing to spend the mana on, but this does get rid of all life's problems. Wow, this Calling Ritual from the sideboard has been so absurd. 7 useless mana, sure. Actually, I guess we can cycle a Triome. that is a use. Cycle the Triome, another Niv, take up to Fairy. All right, we're like two turns away? 2 turns away. Next turn, Niv Glittering Wish. And then Coalition Victory, unless our opponent can answer the Niv. I think it might be happening. Opponent. All right, Unearths Asmore, gets another cookbook. So opponent's rebuilding. Niv getting killed by Asmore is kind of an issue. Opponent passes. I'll block it. Bounce Asmore, draw a card. I think we just run it out and hope that they can't kill the Niv. Wow, can we do that too? That would be even, the mana would be helpful. All right, blue, white, Omnath, draw a card. Distraction Omnath. Marsh Flats, gain some life. Crack Marsh Flats. Overgrown Tomb untapped, make some mana. Niv, 5-color creature. Draw some cards. Glittering Wish for Coalition Victory. And, all right, go. Yorgo Opponerino. We will do some discarding. 1, 2, 3. All right, opponent's got to kill the Niv. They got to kill the Niv. If they can't kill the Niv, the Coalition is going to be victorious. Opponent discards. That's 1 food. Oh, so they can do it with Asmore, right? They can make enough food to kill the Niv. So now we can't win this turn because of the Asmore. So we know they can discard the Daredevil. Opponent passes. Well, take up to Fairy, so we gotta wait another turn. All right, take up to Fairy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, play the land. Kill Asmore. Oh, opponent let it go. Okay, Glittering Wish. Transguild Courier. Hit ya. We need 1 more turn. 1 more turn for the Coalition Victory. Although we're actually getting the Niv Victory at exactly the same time. Hit ya. I mean, we should be good, right? We can Assassin's Trophy. Opponent untaps. What do you got? Leave the Niv. Adeline, good card. Doesn't win the game. Opponent passes. Well, I mean, here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, are we a mana short? We gotta have enough mana, right? We have to. This has to be enough. Coalition Victory? Yes! Oh, it worked! It worked. Opponent's deck looks sweet. I liked our opponent's deck. Well, I mean, that was 2 Coalition Victory wins. Yes, we played a lot of busted cards to get there, which makes me feel a little bit dirty, but sometimes you gotta play the busted cards to pull off the jank. Well, sweet. Against the odds time, we are seeing if we can pull off the Coalition Victory in Modern with the help of Niv and friends, and well, this hand will keep. We got all the cards I feel guilty about playing, but we also have Coalition Victory, which hopefully makes it all worth it. Our Coalition's a little different than the original. This sounds pretty good. Fix our mana, ramp to Coalition Victory, protect Coalition Victory, Temple Garden to the bottom. We're probably actually getting Temple Garden, I think. Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath. Temple Garden, untapped, and Utopia's Brawl on red. Go. Thoughtseizes would be really bad. We need this Wrenn to get some lands back to undo our mulligan here. Windswept Heath, opponent passes. All right, well, Wrenn. Opponent cracks. All right, Snow-Covered Plains, that's fine. Get back the Windswept Heath, replay the Windswept Heath past the turn. So the triumphs are gonna make it so we have all land types pretty quick. Snow-Covered Forest. Opponent. Oh, Greater Oromancy. That's scary. Well, grab a Triome. Opponent passes. So Enchantress, eh? There's a Niv. Well, get back the Windswept Heath. Play Teferi. Bounce Oromancy. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Triome. Go. Okay. We're actually super close. Super close. Opponent. We just need a little bit more mana, which Omnath might be able to give us. But we got the 5-color creature. We got the Coalition victory. Greater Oromancy. Sure. Well, take up Ren, get the land. Take up to Fairy. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Oh, we need red still. All right, let's get Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Niv. 5-color creature. Gets us things. Pass the turn. Discard to Fairy. Don't scoop. Don't scoop. Okay, Sanctum Weaver. Pretty good. Opponent passes. Well, Ren. Take it up. Get back Windswept Heath. Take up to Fairy. Play Windswept Heath. Glittering Wish. For Transguild Courier. Crack the Windswept Heath. Play Transguild Courier, so we got a backup. Pass the turn. We got the Coalition victory in hand. We got 2 5-color creatures. We got the mana. Opponent, Temple Garden, untapped. And Utopia Sprawl, sure. They need like a Wrath, I guess. Sethis, strong card. I mean, maybe they're trying to set up the... Okay, on Thin Ice. If they kill both of our creatures, I'm going to be very sad. I'm going to be so sad. All right, on Thin Ice gets rid of the Niv. I mean, but is Transguild Courier really something you're scared of? Is that even a card you're like, we got to deal with that? No one in their right mind is going to play around Coalition victory. No one. Wow. Yup. Opponent passes. So now we're a mana short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we're 2 mana short. Oh yeah, so yeah, we couldn't have won this turn anyway, could we? We're a mana away. All right, so Ren. The problem is this is gonna make our opponent scoop. Ren, get back Windswept Heath. Take up to Fairy. Glittering Wish. For Calling Ritual. Make a bunch of mana that doesn't do much. Play the land. Crack the land. Triome. And pass the... No! Discard. All right, pass the turn. But we don't want to win by beating down with Niv. That's not what we're trying to do. But our opponent... I can't believe they killed our Transguild Courier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we're back to needing a mana. Sterling Grove. More protection. Sure. Opponent passes. Well, to Fairy. Bounce the Sterling Grove. Play a tap land. Okay, we're back to the same exact spot. Our opponent needs to deal with both of our creatures, or else we finally get the Coalition victory. Except this time they don't have infinite mana. All right, pass the turn. Discard to Fairy. Opponent, just run out your stuff. Run out your stuff, and then we'll just Coalition victory. No big deal. Come on, Coalition victory. Sure. I mean, gain your life, draw your cards. Please do. You can even play your solitary confinement. That is also legal. Sterling Grove, draws a card, gains life. And Sterling Grove, draws a card, gains life. That's fine. I think it's happening. Opponent passes. Flooded Strand, crack Flooded Strand. Watery Grave, untapped. Creature of all color, lands of all type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the Coalition has achieved victory. Yes! Okay, got him! All right, not changing anything, run it back. We're gonna do that again. That was sweet. We figured out that it actually can work. Not necessarily easy to pull off, but it is pull-offable. Reveal Yarion. Can we get the match win? Well, that's Coalition victory. Nothing else, though. I don't even know if we keep this. Send is just like do nothing until turn 5. Yeah, we gotta mulligan. Oh no, okay. Well, this we might actually keep just because we saw that Culling Ritual is kind of absurd against our opponent's deck. Opponent starts with Utopia Sprawl. We could use one of those. I mean, the colors of our mana are gonna be good. Verdant Catacombs, yo. Sanctum Weaver, scary magic card. Well, crack this, grab a Triome. Opponent passes. Oh, can we kill it? Not quite. Well, Temple Garden. It's unfortunate that our opponent's gonna know what's happening, but we're just gonna snag. We're just gonna snag the Culling Ritual. Pass the turn. Being able to get Culling Ritual from the sideboard's very powerful. It's one of those cards that you just can't main deck it because it does nothing in some matchups, like literally nothing. But in some matchups, this card is borderline just broken. And this is one of those matchups. Opponent making some manas, choking us. That is very awkward. Okay. So, no mana for us ever. Land cracks it. Yeah, choke's gonna be a problem. So this, well, we'll see how far ahead our opponent is by the time we Culling Ritual. Now I can see why our opponent kept their hand. They kept it because choke is really good. Enchantress's Presence. Yeah, Culling Ritual does not get that. Yeah, opponent's just gonna go off. Whoa, God. Okay. Yeah, I think our opponent has this one. All the mana, all the cards. That's where you want to be with Enchantress. If they didn't have the choke, we'd be in business, but they did. Watery Grave, untapped. I mean, we'll stay alive for one more turn, I guess. Actually, this doesn't, yeah, we're actually just dead. Yeah, they got us. I mean, the problem is Culling Ritual doesn't get rid of choke. So even if we try to Wrath next turn, the choke's still gonna be there and we're gonna have no mana. So it's actually not effective. Maybe we gotta sideboard more. Veto actually can stop a choke. I mean, we have things that can kill a choke. Kaya's Guile seems bad. Kemball seems decent against our opponent's deck. We want to bring in stuff that... We don't want to bring in Culling Ritual, I don't think, because we actually just want to get that from our sideboard. But we want to bring in stuff that we're likely not going to snag with our Glittering Wish, just the idea. So all the removal. Do we want Unholy Heat? Maybe, yeah, let's go down to Omnath and Omnath. All right, run it like that. All right. Can we win the match with Coalition Victory? We won game 1. Can we actually win the whole match? Enchantress is one of those decks that you got to stop the snowball. Once the snowball starts, it's very difficult to stop. But if you can stop it before it gets going, you're in business. All right, so I like that Ren can fix our mana. The Abrupt Decay is actually kind of good here. That can deal with the first something. They got the turn 1 ramp. Yep. Turn 1 Utopia Sprawl. Sure. Opponent passes. Well, Wooded Foothills. Crack Wooded Foothills. Grab Blood Crypt. Untapped. Get down Ren. Abrupt Decay is real big here, because Abrupt Decay is an answer to Choke. And Choke was the card that really... It lived up to its name last game and just choked us out of being able to play Magic. Choke is a really powerful hate card in the right matchups. Are we getting choked again? Opponent, Cephas, and Abundant Growth to draw 2. Okay, but they don't have big mana. So without big mana, they can't go too crazy here. Wooded Foothills. Crack it. What do we not have? Are we getting Temple Garden? Yeah, Temple Garden tapped. Take up Ren, get the land. Pass the turn. We're gonna leave up the Abrupt Decay. I don't think we're gonna Abrupt Decay Cephas though. Like, our opponent is gonna get to draw some cards, I think. Unfortunately. Destiny Spinner. Now that is kind of an issue. We might have to kill that. We can bring to light for answers in the future, but will we have a future? I'm still really worried about getting choked. Getting in at the Ren, sure. And passing. Well, all right. Get rid of the Destiny Spinner. Untap. Ooh, Teferi, eh? We're getting close. Play Teferi. Bounce the Cephas. More Coalition Victories, sweet. Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills. Get a Jetmir's Garden. Still just mostly trying to avoid getting islands. Pass the turn. We only got 1 island so far, which is good. Minimizing the potential impact of choke. Opponent, land. Cephas returns. Enchantress's Presence. Pretty good. All right, so opponent's got lots of card draw. Opponent passes. Well, okay, let's see. Omnath. Draw a card. Wooded Foothills. Gain some life. Crack Wooded Foothills. Forest. Add mana. Utopia Sprawl on black. Bring to light for Niv. Niv hopefully finds us, well, I guess it doesn't even matter because we have 2 coalition victories in hand. Get a veto. Ren. Get back the land. Well, I mean, we're kind of back to the same place. We have the coalition victory set up for next turn if we can have our board remain intact. 5-color creature, lands of all types, plenty of mana. How much removal? Okay, on thin ice. Draws 2. The only good news for us is our opponent is limited by the amount of mana that they have here. Is there a way? Coalition victory being 5 colors is tricky. Opponent, Sanctum Weaver, draws 2. We can get the Culling Ritual and make a bunch of mana and get back our Niv, but I don't know if we're gonna have the right colors. That's very color taxing. Solitary Confinement. Yup. Well, let's see if we can make this work. Opponent passes. This doesn't have Shroud. Oh, we can't Teferi though. We already used it. Okay. Is there a way we can make this work? Wooded Foothills. Gain life. Crack Wooded Foothills. Get a mountain. Make mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can't quite do everything. So we need green, white to Glittering Wish for Culling Ritual. Get back the land with red. Red, blue, black, green. Wait, red, white, green, black, blue. Oh, this does work, I think. Culling Ritual. Make whatever. Oh, this is going to work. We have exactly enough. What a win. What a win. What a win. Red, blue, coalition victory. Oh, the plan came to fruition. Oh my goodness, we did it. That was sweet. That was our plan fully coming together. The Nivs, the tutoring from the sideboard, the ramping of Culling Ritual, and that was the coalition victory. That was the best one. Whew, that was real good. Well, that was sweet. So what did we learn this week about coalition victory in Modern? And the deck actually worked pretty well. We ended up going 3-3 overall with the deck. More importantly, pretty much all of our wins came from coalition victory. There was like 1 or 2 that just won naturally. But one of the things I was concerned about when we were putting the deck together is, I mean, we got Niv, we got Teferi, we got Omnath, we got Ren, we got some powerful Modern cards. So it would be disappointing if we were trying to win with coalition victory, but instead we just like beat down with Niv a few times or whatever, ultimate or Ren in 6. That would be pretty disappointing, but that really didn't happen. Pretty much all of our wins were because of coalition victory, and it plan actually really worked super well, to the point where I think if you're playing some sort of Glittering Wish deck that has Niv in it, it might just be worth throwing a coalition victory in your sideboard. Because we're already 5 colors and because of all the triomes, hitting 5 different basic land types was super easy, and then having a 5-color creature between Niv and the main deck and being able to tutor up our Transgold Courier from the sideboard, that was perfectly fine too. Like, we didn't really have a hard time keeping the 5-color creature on the battlefield, plus we got Niv to generate a bunch of card advantage, Omnath helped keep us alive, so the deck actually functioned really well, and we got a lot of coalition victory wins, a surprising number. So anyway, that is coalition victory Niv for Modern. That's our Against the Odds deck for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.